Hi, welcome to For Flow with Chloe. And my goodness, it's been a long time since we've done a reading from the sofa. It's been a long time since I've recorded anything indoors. But we are on the cusp of this lunar eclipse in Pisces. The moon has moved into Pisces today. Tomorrow is that eclipse, and one thing that I've noticed for me personally, my observations is generally when there's big Pisces energies, the weather can go quite stormy. We had a cracking storm this morning when I woke up. It was trying to do it yesterday. We had a lot of rain. It can bring in a lot of flooding. There was like lightning, thunder, chucked it down all day today. And I was like, here it comes. Here comes that Pisces lunar eclipse. I am just shuffling the Azure Arcana tarot deck. It's very blue and gold. Pisces is obviously a water sign. That keeps coming out. Our water sign, mutable water sign. It's the final sign in the zodiac wheel. So it's all about release and flowing into a state of release and acceptance for your spiritual ascension. It's very intuitive. It's very deeply emotional. It can be quite secretive as well. It lingers in the depths of the unconscious, does the Pisces. The subconscious world of dreams. Yeah, it is ruled by Neptune, the sign of Pisces. And yeah, when we've got big Pisces energy, we get storm at sea, mate. Storm at sea. Feels like lots of flooding, like shuffle a few more. Obviously, we are also in Virgo season, the opposite sign on the wheel to Pisces. And because this is a full moon eclipse, the sun is opposing the moon. The sun in Virgo is opposing the moon in Pisces. We've had the nodes, we've had 18 months of the nodes, North and South node, being in North node Pisces, South node Virgo. And Virgo is all about our kind of day-to-day nitty-gritty organisation of our intellectual mental understanding, our conscious world, our conscious realms and understanding. The day-to-day, the getting to work, the A to B, the routine system structures, and the nitty-gritty of how that all operates. And Virgo is very meticulous and it wants it all operating smooth. And Pisces is this very go with the flow kind of vibe. embrace the depths of the subconscious. It's a very like the unconscious realms and the depths of that, and the emotions and the fluid flow of it, and the dreams and the possibilities. And Virgo is all about the how, what, where, when, why, how do we do this? Is it working smoothly? Is it like meticulously to the detail, refined, so that it all runs smoothly and I can, get my peace at the end of the day because it's run smoothly throughout. It's very real worldy, and Pisces is very not real worldy. So anyway, the first card out, the Wheel of Fortune. Riding on the Wheel of Fortune. And yeah, it's all about trusting in the spin, trusting in the turn of the wheel, trusting that life's going to throw you the right chips on the right section of that wheel, just like a roulette board. And trusting really the flow of energy. Pisces originally, it's ruled by Neptune, but traditionally also Jupiter, which is associated with luck. The World, completion. Interesting. This is a very Saturnian card, and Saturn has a lot to say at the moment, with it being in retrograde in Aries, and it actually putting quite a lot of extra influence on this eclipse that we are on the cusp of. And it's aware how I feel like Saturn is the Time Lord. And again, it's that kind of earthy, grounded who, what, where, when, why, how. When, how are you going to achieve this? And taking it seriously, dedicating to it. It's the Time Lord of how, what you have accomplished, how you are going to accomplish it, and in what span of time, things like that. But it's also growth. And I feel like it's very much about you have reached a completion with something in your life and you can go no further with it. There's no more to achieve from it. There's a wholeness about the World card, which is positive. It's like positive in Saturn in a positive light. But it's knowing deep down somewhere in your intuition that a phase has reached full cycle. That turning of the wheel has reached a full cycle, and the systems and structures and progress and how all things have been cannot continue. It's like a finalization, and that's a lot of what this eclipse energy is about. We have Mercury conjunct the Sun in Virgo, creating a lot of anxiety and pressure about how to and what to do next. This Pisces energy is giving us this ethereal kind of knowing that something is closing out and we can't quite put our finger on it, some of us. And this eclipse is going to be like a burp, it's that. Where you can go no further with something and where you've done all you can do with it, and There's no further flow with it. And Virgo wants answers as to like what can I come up with? What genius flex can I make to, come up with a solution to this problem? Virgo likes to come up with solutions to problems. It likes to mentally flex and adapt and come up with something new to solve the problem. And the sun being conjunct Mercury, which is Virgo's ruler, it's also Gemini's ruler, it's like there's putting pressure on it to flex, but you don't know where to flex the mental energy. You don't quite know what it is that's closing out yet. You can feel it, but you don't quite know what it is yet, and yet you feel the need to shift and change. The fact that Uranus is in Gemini and squaring all of this, Mercury conjunct the sun in Virgo under this Pisces eclipse, where it's like, where do I go with this? There's even more need to not get stuck in the flexing of, I need to control this, I need to tweak this, I need to You need to go into that kind of Piscean energy of, it will come through and the answer will arrive, and then you will know. Only when you know what needs to go will you have the realization and the acceptance to just flow and be in the flow state of like, I can't control this, but I just need to remain open and adaptable. Both Virgo and Pisces are highly adaptable signs. But this lunar eclipse represents release and closure. And we have the Seven of Cups. Emotionally, you are feeling so much, you don't know where to go with it. And I think I literally just covered that with the astrology talk I just did. You need to go into your emotions and feel it out, but you might be feeling so pressured by so many feelings about so many different areas of your life and not being able to figure it out, that you're in complete confusion. You don't know which cup to go for, you don't know which cup to choose. They all kind of seem shiny, but you've gone for shiny cups before and it's been a dead end. So you don't know which one to trust. You don't know which field to feel into. It's hard to know what to feel. And then we have the Page of Swords, clear cut, mental clarity. And our Page of Swords is our Gemini energy. And I was just talking about Uranus and Gemini. And we have this quite stern looking swords person staring, a fairy or a firefly. Looks like a fairy. Behind a full moon that almost looks ecliptic seems to be behind them. And they're kind of staring this fairy in the face. Like, what do I do? Where do I go? Which direction? The swords person wants to be straight to the point. The fairy is skittish and flippish and daydream. It's quite a perfect summary of the energy at the moment, with that Pisces energy of dreamy, just go with the flow, and this kind of flighty need to stay adaptable, mercurial energy of a Gemini. And we have that Uranus in Gemini, putting pressure on this, on all these astrological points that are peaking right now under this eclipse tomorrow. And so it's to make direct and clear action forward. We need to go with the flow. We need to believe. And we need to be ready to change and flow with the change and the new incoming opportunities at the drop of a hat. It needs to be swift. We need to take action swiftly. So we really need to know intuitively what feels right and not overthink it. Trust what you feel. This indecision of not knowing what to feel is like with these 7 of Cups. I feel like this is where we've been for a while, especially between these 2 eclipses. And this eclipse is going to bring in a clarity and an illumination. And there's a need to have this trust in the turn of the wheel, a trust to know what's complete and what we're moving on from and what we need to let go of and cut away with our sword, so that we can actively pursue the new incoming opportunities that are going to be fast-paced change, with that Uranus in Gemini having a big say in this eclipse energy party. And then we have the sun, radiance, shining a light, illuminating, making it clear, showing us the way towards growth, towards the spotlight, towards the leadership of our authenticity, towards standing bold, bright and proud, because this is a Leo card. And the sun, it sheds a light on and illuminates everything. And this is a full moon eclipse right after that Leo solar eclipse. So I feel like there's a positive blessing in when you've realised what you need to release with the turn of the wheel, what you have completed, where you can journey no further with it, and accepting that journey and being, I've done all I can with this. I'm at peace with this, but it's not somewhere or something I need to further pursue. And clarity is coming in over this discombobulating, emotional, overthinking state of, I don't know which one to choose, there's been so many disappointments before, blah, blah, blah. You need to trust the process and invite this readiness, this openness to set off on the new path and remain open to all the potentials that come our way. That's not going to happen though until we've had the full illumination of where we can no longer grow, no longer go, no longer grow what has already completed for us. We are on a new cycle. We need to let the wheel turn. We need to let it do its thing. We need to trust. And then we get the Nine of Pentacles, growth, peace. She has her falcon and she's just radiantly wandering her garden full of opulent golden grapes with her kingdom behind her and giganticus pentacles dropping from the sky. She's got the riches, she's got the peace, she's got the intellect as well. Birds always represent intellect to me. And the bird is resting, the bird is restful. And she's sitting pretty. So all will become clear if we can release and let the wheel turn. Release what is completed for us already. Follow that fairy. And we can have our abundance and be radiant in our new growth. I'm going to take a few from the Lunar Tarot as it's a lunar eclipse. And of course, with this being a full moon eclipse, there's a card stuck in the back here. Who is stuck in the back? It's the Knight of Wands stuck in the back. We'll put him to one side. It's all about a big illumination of the unconscious with a full moon. It's opposing the sun. It's a full luminosity of the moon, and the moon represents our unconscious, our subconscious. We've also got the Strength card come out, which is also representative of Leo, and it's passion and leadership with the King of Wands and Strength coming out together. And with that Sun card, this is like a first realization, a first awakening that we had with that solar eclipse that, you know, made us have realizations in our yang. Oh, I've just moved the cards along, and the moon, the unconscious, has also flipped over. Yeah, an illumination of our unconscious. So that first eclipse, that solar one, would have been an activation, an awakening, a realization, a call to action. Oh my God, the Emperor. A call to action to make change and realize what we need to step into. And in between, we've been trying to find our footing, working through these Seven of Cups, not knowing how to feel, where to go, knowing something's coming in, knowing the luck's coming in, but not where from, knowing that something needs to close out, but not what it is particularly, and jostling with that and looking and searching for clarity and knowing that the answers aren't going to be in the typical, they aren't going to come to us on the typical lines or paths we have trodden for knowledge before, the usual lines of advice. And there is this promise of this success this abundance. And we're trusting and knowing it wants to come in, but we're not sure what to release, not sure where to go. And we need to stand in our courage and leadership. Now that this lunation is lighting up our unconscious and providing some of those answers, so we can fully rule in this Emperor energy of authority and take authority over our life, our choices, our path. And we get the sun again, and only then will we be successful. I'm going to take a few from the light seers. On the bottom of the deck instantly that revealed herself to me, not in that way, was the Queen of Cups. Using your intuition. Inviting in those realizations. Allowing this activation, tearing off the blindfold of the past, where we've been clouded in confusion and not knowing how to feel and where to put our energy, what to invest in and what to release, just knowing something's got to go and not quite knowing how, what, where, when or why it is. It needs to go. But our intuition with this lunar eclipse is going to deliver it. It's going to let you know what needs to go, what's got to go, what's got to go. Scarcity. The scarcity mindset and holding on to the past, that's what's got to go. The Four of Pentacles. Holding on to old ways. In fear of, I've come this far, I've grown this much, how do I ever go back to nothing? This one won't go back in. But we're journeying away from that. On the Six of Swords, we're transitioning. We need to accept this transition. That things can't stay the same. Doesn't mean that if you change now, you're going to instantly end up back in the battered, broken village of times gone by, or the battered, broken emotional states, times gone by, whatever it is that represents growth from a certain point in life that represented scarcity to you. And then we get the Ten of Pentacles. This generational wholeness, wealth and fulfillment and closure. Whatever it is and the way you've been, whatever the process is and the way you've been living before, it's complete, and that way isn't going to work anymore. We've got completion here and we've got completion here. We need to let it be done. This cycle of confusion, fear of loss, it's gone, it's transitioning out. The past way, the old way is done. You've come full circle with it. You don't need to stay stuck in it. And your intuition is screaming at you about what it is that is complete and done. What is done? What is complete? What can you go no further with? Because only then, when you are strong and clear-cut about what it is, and you find that strength to overcome and take leadership on your own life and where you're going through mastering your unconscious and what the Queen of Cups is trying to show you, can you fully be in your power and vitality and succeed. There's illumination about to pop off in your unconscious about where the cycle's complete and where you can go no further. You have the authority to move on in your life and be open to the new potentials and possibilities. I'm going to take one from the Everyday Witch to close. That top one came away. Rebirth and reinvention. We need to cleanse. It's an oh so watery card of like spiritual ascension and cleansing as well, like a baptism almost. So Piscean. So spiritually cleansing with water. And the next one is change and progress. Change and progress is coming. Cleanse yourself. Rise to the occasion. Reinvent yourself. Be open to these changes which will progress you and allow you to be reborn and reinvented. It will take strength. It will take resilience. But it ain't nothing you've not overcome before. You've gone that whole cycle already. You've got a little bit more in you. Just accept the love and give yourself the love. And trust and know that you got the love to see you through. Sorry, that's so cheesy. Do love a bit of Mass Attack and Florence and the Machinery. Yeah. Accept the gift that the universe is trying to give you here with the Wheel of Fortune. Trust in the turn of the wheel. What's got to go so you can be reborn. Reinvent yourself and flow with change and progress to accept all the new gifts. Because you are strong and you are resilient and you have earned it through your strength and resilience. And that's the reading, guys, and happy eclipse tomorrow. OMG, it's gonna be big. And yeah, try to stay grounded. Thank you for watching The Flow with Chloe. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that jazz. And also, if you've not already checked it out, you can go and check out my yoga class for the lunar eclipse. That's very stretchy, openy, releasey, but grounding. There's also a Virgo one for Virgo season that's very twisty-turny, accepting the changes, transitions. Unbalanced transitions in that one, and we work towards the splits in the Pisces Lunar Eclipse one. Dropping a link to both of those classes in the description box if you do want to check them out. I'm very zoning outy today. I've had my first week back at the day job in the evil lighting that gives me migraines. It's been hard work. Anyway, bye for now.